Welcome everybody to my Kozmo deck profile. This is the build I've been playing at my locals, and I love this build. I've been tuning it around for regionals at Pittsburgh this weekend, and I wanted to share my build with everybody. It's been a while since I've been able to do a profile. I've been pretty busy with work and everything else in life. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let's go ahead and get into the main deck. Alrighty. Of course, we'll start off 3 copies of Dark Destroyer. He's a must, best card. Search for anything in your deck by popping himself and set up for a lot of combos and a lot of plays. Plus, being able to pop your opponent's monster and go for any kind of OTK or any problems. He's really amazing. Just wish it wasn't so expensive. Of course, 3 copies of Tin Can. In my opinion, the best card in Kozmo right now. Which gets me kind of worried because I don't want it to get hit. Being able to search for 3 cards, one going to the hand, the other 2 to the graveyard, which sets up so many more plays. Like I like sending Sword Troopers to the graveyard so I can start setting up for ring 3 plays. And everything like that. It's a really amazing card. My next favorite would be Sword Troopers. I've been playing 3 ever since they came out. I love the way they play. It sets you up for so many different things and allows you to use your extra deck more, and puts everything more to good use. And you can pull off huge OTK combos because of him. He's a really amazing card. And of course, 3 Slip Rider. Popping scales and popping backer is very important right now. And also, he makes the rank 5 plays. So, and that's between rank 3 and rank 5 plays. That's most of the extra deck I'm using. Besides a couple rank 4s, just for those situations. Only 2 Farm Girl. I was running 1. I've been switched between 1 and 2, just seeing what's better. Honestly, 1's just good enough. But I'm running 2 at the moment. Just in this build. Just keep playing it out and see if I like it more, because there's been situations where I wish I did have a second Farm Girl, but then there's also a lot of games where 1 is just fine. But 2 for right now. I'm running 2 copies of Forerunner. I run 2 because I use Big Eye, and Big Eye can do a lot of really nasty things. But I usually side one of these out. Depending on who I'm playing against, especially against the mirror match, because Big Eye ain't really going to have much effect. Other than that, his 1,000 life per turn is actually not bad, especially if you get yourself in a stall situation like I have against Phantom Knights and Yang Zing and whatnot. Getting that extra life really came in handy to pull off big combos later. That's not bad. Plus, he's a 28 who can't be targeted, so. 1 copy of Dark Eclipser. You don't need more, don't need less. It's always good to have them in there. Gets rid of a lot of those pop problem traps, especially with Tin Can filling up your graveyard. You really set up for him. Plus being able to, when he's banished, add a Kozmo monster to hand that's less than him, which you can grab any in the deck. Being able to grab a Dark Destroyer or anything else you need is actually pretty good. 1 copy of Good Witch. Sometimes I play 2. Right now I'm playing 1 because that's all I need. I can get to her really easy, and I want to use her to get over stuff or bait things out. Other than that, don't really use her. I like having at least a couple rank 4s in here. One to make level 4s, so I can make rank 4 plays, and also I can banish Farm Girl for her, and then banish her for a ship to do even more damage. So it's always good to have the extra level 4s around. 1 copy of Wicked Witch. Same with Good Witch, I switch these around between 1 and 2 and see what I like more. I'm thinking about actually throwing 1 of her in my side against Phantom Knight matchup, because she'll stop their OTK. And every Phantom Knight I've played against, they have no way around her, at least for that turn. And she saved me so many times. I don't think I'm going to be facing too many Phantom Knights inside this Pittsburgh Regionals. So I haven't really decided yet. I'm still working on my side deck. I'll show you what I got so far, but when we get to that. But She's two really good. I love Wicked Witch. Only one copy of Strawman. You only need one because you can get to him, search for him pretty easy. You can only use him once, so he's really amazing. Sets up a lot of combo plays, especially with Dark Destroyer. He can do so much. Every time I have him, it's always a good game at that point. He's just really good, being able to make a lot of plays, especially first turn. That's it for the monster count. Into the spells. Of course, 3 copies of Kozmo Town. Broken card. I would hate to see this get hit, but it is kind of really overpowered. Being able to shuffle cards in, the draw cards, which help me in a lot of brick situations, and being able to add back your Kozmo monsters, plus it's search, and it can search for itself. It's so broken. It's probably the most broken field spell in my opinion. Of course, 3 copies of E-Telly. And I fear that it's probably going to go down to 1 on our next ban list because it's so widely used and it's so good, and I usually OTK because of this card. It's just retarded. 3 copies of Twin Twister. I'm maining them because I've been in a lot of situations where I wish I had it in every game. Pesky back row. A lot of people are going to be playing strikes and solemns and all the things that really hurt my deck, and I need to clear these off. It's a good second turn card, and there's a lot of situations where like Pepe is going to want to go first so they can set up their counter traps. This really comes in handy so I can get over all that. It actually won me games against Pepe today in our local tournament. 2 copies of Dark Hole, because setting up for your OTK play is big. There's been times where I just pop my own ships with the Dark Hole so I can pull off certain combos and go for the win. It's never a bad card to have, and you can clear off problem boards. Same thing with 1 copy of Regeki. That's it for the spells. Moving on to traps. Of course, 3 copies of Call of the Haunted. That's a given. Being with Tin Can, being able to have these first turn is amazing. 3 copies of Cosmojo. It helps get rid of those problem cards. Also, amazing card for first turn and set up for other plays. Also, I've never seen many other Cosmo players do this that I've seen, but I like doing it. Using Cosmojo during battle by simply, like, I go for an attack, and if I wish I can bring another monster, what I'll do is Cosmojo, pop my ship, and then just banish some random card from their graveyard. Don't even matter at that point, just to bring out a lower level ship or another monster to do burn for more damage. It's an amazing card. Very amazing. And the fact that it don't target and you can hit the field or graveyard is just amazing. For my single trap lineup, I'm not running strikes on my build. I love strikes. I love the control of it. But I've been in a lot of situations where paying that much life from all those strikes has actually cost me games. I end up actually selling my strikes because I just had no use for them at the moment, and I have a good feeling that they're going to get hit down to 1 on the next ban list, so might as well make money of it right now. So I want 1 copy of Bottomless, Solemn, Torrential, and Vanities. Vanities is in between, but it's won me games today too. You know, stopping Pepe first turn with Vanities is really good. And that'll be the main deck, 40 cards. I'm going to go ahead and just go into the extra deck here. It's pretty straightforward. Infinity, Nova, Lancelot, Gaia, Pallades, Heartland. Like I say, I'm going to be playing a lot of cheap win exceeds. Castell, Abyss, the Cowboy, go for that burn. Nightmare Shark, go for that attack. 2 copies of Levier. I don't got them in here right now, but I'm going to be picking up the extra one I needed. I'm going to be running 2 copies of, 1 to 2 copies of Breaksword, which is what that's in fill for, and my only one I sold today because I needed the money to finish out some things. and then 1 copy of Cyber End. But break swords are broken in this deck, and I'm switching it up to 2. I'm in between on it. There's a lot of times I don't go into a second one, and I use a Levier to make plays. But break sword, there's a lot of situations where I also wish I had a second one. It just depends on how the game's going. But I'd rather have 2 in here just to be safe. For my side deck, the 3 copies of Effect Wheeler. Really good against Pepe. Stop them from using their Joker or any of their Exceeds and anything that they're doing. It's really good against Monarchs also. 3 copies of Stormforth against the Mirror and any other matchup really, especially against Monarchs too. Sometimes I'll side these in because Majesty's Fiend is a problem. He really is. There's a lot of problems with him against Kozmos, and this is really good to get over him. And it's really good against the mirror match too. Also against the mirror match, 3 copies of System Down. I wanted a heavier Kozmo mirror match lineup in here because I have a feeling I'm going to be playing a lot of mirror matches just because of the Gold Series release that a lot of people are going to have access to the rest of the Kozmo cards they need. The other 2 matchups I think I'm playing a lot is Monarchs and Pepe, and maybe a couple Phantom Knights. But I don't, and probably a couple Mermail, but that's what the Stormforth comes in hand for too. Of course, 3 copies of Master Restrict against that Monarch match. Card's ridiculous against them. And also 3 Magical Deflectors. I absolutely love this card. It's good against a mirror match. It's good against Monarchs. It's good against a lot of decks. Just because it's simple. Even won me games against Cyframes today. I don't really have too much of a problem with Cyframes, but playing them today, using this, it shut them down. It helped with Twin Twisters to keep them from using their field spell and stop them from really making any of those big drastic plays for Omega or anything else. That is my Kozmo profile, and that may be taken to Pittsburgh. It might change up slightly, which would mostly be the side deck that I might be changing up. Other than that, that's pretty solidly what I like right now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all.